Oh, this should be rich. Must be something of monumental, earth-shattering importance, or they wouldn't have that earth there. Shattering. See it shattering? It's earth-shattering breaking news. Oh, do tell me! Tell me! Tell me!
Calm yourself, Stewie. It's Paris. It's the springtime. It's Paris in the springtime in jail. In our number 2 story in the countdown tonight, my God, it's breaking news. The professional celebrity couldn't quite wrap her mind around the terms of her probation these past few months and is off to the pokey because of it. 45 days in jail to begin June 5th. Ms. Hilton's 36-month probation had stemmed from her pleading no contest to reckless driving last September. She'd also failed a sobriety test, and today's hearing in L.A. addressed 3 possible instances of her violating that probation. Number 1, driving with a suspended license. Number 2, driving with a suspended license again. Yes, she allegedly did it twice. Number 3, failing to enroll in an alcohol education program. Ms. Hilton was late for today's hearing. The judge heard from 3 witnesses on each side, including Hilton, who reportedly blamed her publicist for leading her to believe that her driver's license was still valid. The judge obviously went with the prosecutor's recommendation, 45 days. And after the verdict, Paris Hilton's mother shouted at the prosecutor, "You're pathetic." Meantime, Hilton's former BFF, Britney Spears, rolls on with her post-rehab comeback or something. Last night, another performance at the House of Blues, this time in West Hollywood. This show lasting only 11 minutes. She was lip-syncing, except for saying thank you, and reportedly for chewing gum throughout. Next time, she'll do an Ashley Simpson hoedown. Joined now by comedian Paul F. Tompkins, also, of course, a contributor to VH1's Best Week Ever. It's good to see you in the flesh, sir.
Indeed. Likewise, Keith. Thank you very much.
Well, we have this breaking news. 45 days. What could she possibly face in jail?
Oh, well, I don't know, only a 3-star chef in the kitchen? It's not like she's going to go to regular people's jail. You know, she's going to go to rich white person's jail, so it's all going to be okay. It's not like Martha Stewart came out of her time with any Aryan Nation tattoos or anything. It's not going to be a Gen Pop with Vern Schillinger.
And they're appealing, apparently. So this could drag on beyond June 5th. 2 drivings while suspended. Where does that put her in terms of the total population of L.A. drivers in terms of their dangerousness?
Well, she's clearly worse than somebody who has 1 driving while suspended, but not as bad as Eddie Griffin.
Oh, into the side of with the guy's sports car. Headlights off on the second time. Does she get a pass on that because in a metaphorical sense, her headlights are always off?
Well, I would think so. I mean, it is sort of amazing that she can. You know, we'd be impressed if she were able to utilize a stick to eat ants. So operating a motor vehicle, that's kind of amazing.
She might be able to practice that in prison.
Exactly.
There's also been a suggestion tonight that there was going to be a book deal, and when I heard that, I said, "Oh, she's getting a deal so she can read a book during the 45 days."
There's not enough money in the world to pay her to read a book,
and 45 days might not be enough time. This alcohol education program. Do we think that she didn't do this? She was supposed to sign up. Do we think she tried to homeschool herself?
Well, yeah, I'm sure she's under the impression that she has a doctorate in alcohol education, and you know, what more do you need to know beyond white wine with fish? My mom can't smell vodka on my breath. It's odorless. And beer before liquor, never sicker.
Paul, outside the L.A. traffic court, there were construction workers nearby who were shouting, "Jail time, jail time." Are they mean, or are they just representative of the great American society that we love?
Listen, if you are famous primarily for having loads of sex, if you've made a homemade sex tape that has been seen by the entire world, and construction workers can only yell jail time at you, that's on you.
Yeah, and maybe that video just wasn't that appealing to those construction workers. While we have you here, let's bring in Britney Spears to this, not in person, because, well, we have 2 minutes, so that would encompass her entire act. But she goes from the first 2 performances this week in this comeback were 20 minutes long each, roughly. Last night's lasted 11. We're making progress. Next time she comes out, she just says, "Bye."
Yeah, eventually the concert will be curtain opens and a hand throws out a copy of Us Weekly. You know, this is great because it's sort of like she's saying, "Can we please drop the charade that I'm a singer anymore? Isn't my personal life 1,000 times more fascinating? You know, if she can figure out a way to make money from disastrous marriages, we're all happy."
And to that point, as we see in the video, she's wearing this wig. She has, I mean, didn't the whole thing that precipitated the comeback was the fact that she didn't have any hair on her head, right? Wasn't it? Why is she throwing away bald Britney?
Listen, the good news is hair grows back. She's got to grow it back before she can cut it again, and she's not going to be not insane anytime soon.
And this outfit, it's go-go boots, a mini skirt, and fake fur. Is this style, or is this Santa Monica Boulevard after 1:30 in the morning?
This is her trying to communicate, look, I'm out of rehab and I'm getting my act together, and what better way to show it than dressing like a hooker from Starsky and Hutch.
It's fantastic. And how much Paris Hilton news is there going to be in the next week after this?
I'd say too much. That's my rough estimate, too much. But you know what? After what's happened recently in the city, I think we could all use some good news.
Yeah, there are probably some LAPD officers who are going, yes, we're off the front page for the time being. Paul F. Tompkins, who, of course, contributes to VH1's Best Week Ever and frequently to this show, as I said, pleasure to see you in person.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Keith.